resulted in him not having the concentration of firepower that he was looking for to at the second stage of that. Missed out on the Grand Warden Eternal Tome on a few dragons over on the right side, and ultimately fell short there. Wiped out the left side and got the percentage destruction above Darkest moves on, but Wei is going to have a clear opportunity now to pull far ahead. A 3-star master from this squad is going to be attacking now with the hybrid army that has been so successful in the past.
Yep, we're seeing the blimp that got a nice value. There's the poison spell. Look at this Inferno Dragon. Let's keep our eye on it. Where is it going to go? And the, oh wait, it's going to lock on his queen here. She's getting slowed down. Drops that freeze spell because that Headhunter was slowing down the queen. So now the queen's going to make her way into the core, which is near that air defense. And we're going to see potentially King on the other side for the Town Hall, or the King could even just grab the Town Hall on the outside and send the hybrid somewhere else. But this queen does, oh wait, does have one super wall breaker. It's going to come down to the value that Wei can get with that queen there, Woody.
It's very difficult to put the Town Hall all the way outside the walls. Usually when you want to make your opponents at least sweat a little bit in their attempt to take it down, but that's going to be a really easy target for Wei now, who's instead going to have to worry a bit more about this Eagle Artillery on the back end, super far away from the rest of this base, and going to be really hard to get to. Spread out scatter shots along the interior as well. Astarion and Archer Queen still looking healthy on the bottom left side. That's going to be quite difficult to reach. Wei's going to rage up his Archer Queen, but that's going to force out the ability as she takes down that single target Inferno and makes her way to the rest of the defenses. Defending Archer Queen hasn't engaged yet, and the attacking Archer Queen has lost her ability. That's going to be a big hit for her. He tries to move through the space with healers that are taking so much firepower from that scatter shot, Carbon.
Yeah, those healers were getting whacked by the scatter shot as they were going right by. The queen already burned her ability. She's getting stuck on the wall. Unfortunately, the hybrids moving their way through. The Eagle Artillery is still standing up on the backside of the space. Drops the heal. Royal Champion's got her ability. Well, no, the queen just goes down now. Is he going to have just enough? The enemy king is going to do some massive work on defense to stall these troops up, but he needs to push his way through. Oh, the scatter shot is not locking onto the large troop. It's locking onto the Royal Champion of all the troops here.
That's good luck for Wei, but still a lot of damage has been dealt against these Fog Riders from splash damage circuits all over the space. The Bomb Tower and Wizard Tower still standing strong. The Scattershot's going to retarget out into the Hogs and finish the rest of them off. This base didn't hold up too well, but hey, it's still standing. The bulk of the attack is now down. Wei is fast approaching that 90% mark, but there's just too little for the cleanup along the outer edges. And I think that Bumm's defense is going to be able to barely hold on. Still no triples for either squad here, Carbington.
Wow, yeah, these defenses are holding strong. Were these the defenses, these bases that they were holding for at this moment? Granted, I don't know. I personally would have tried to use my best base at the beginning to get to this moment, because if you don't make it here, then you can't even use the... E-Drags. So this might be closer to charging E-Drags into the Eagle. The Queen, is this kind of a little bit of an E-Drag push into the base into a back and Lalo? Let's see, normally I've been seeing some of this, I think it's the first time. Like, I think I used to call or read, I haven't seen it for like forever at Town Hall 13, like the YOLO Tro, which uses like a clone spell and things like that. Yeah, it looks like we have an E-Drag. Usually, you will send an E-Drag, the Stone Slammer, to charge it in to get value, because their enemy Royal Champion and the Queen are standing right next to each other here.
UZP a bit late on his Barbarian King ability, let him get burnt up by that Inferno Tower, and that's going to miss out on quite a bit of the early stage funnel here. But nonetheless, the Archer Queen is going to come in to be able to finish the job, pops it down before we get the big hit. Moving in now, 2 Electro Dragons to assist the backside Stone Slammer here. They're targeting that Eagle Artillery and need to take it down because it can dish out a ton of damage to those balloons. Big target there right next to that scatter shot is going to go down relatively early in this raid. Can they also finish off these 2 Royal Champion and Archer Queen heroes, Carbon?
He lost one of the E-Drags to the bottom side, unfortunately, and that's going to be massive, because now the enemy Royal Champion and the Queen are still up in the core. He needs his E-Drag to skip onto them. No, but the Air Skellies are absorbing the shots here. Needs his E-Drag. Yes, the E-Drag shot gets those heroes down, Woody. Wow.
Electricity from the skies, lightning like Thor's hammer, pounding down on this base. Jojo might have gotten a 3-star, but he might be 3-starred on his own. Use
The headhunter
falling forward onto this town hall now with balloons all over the place, protected by a Grand Warden's Eternal Tome. Drop the bomb and the town hall is finished, but will that protect long enough to protect the bomb? No! The bomb goes off, and once again, a big hit that seemed destined for 3 stars has taken a massive setback.
Oh my gosh, Woody, the headhunters came out of that defending clan castle and forced that warden ability to pop super early, so he lost the perfect timing on it, and then those loons took massive amount of damage over the town hall, and he not able to take it down. Wow, he lost all those balloons and those headhunters. You are thinking you definitely want to use them now when you're defending clan castle. Woody, it was just that small thing, but he was able to get a lot of value, and he lost one of the E-Drags on the outside there. He wasn't able to get more chain value, and that's going to be another defense banks for alternate attacks.
That is exactly what alternate attacks were looking for. UZP had the opportunity to bring back a 3-star, and then they would have had the percentage difference in their favor. However, by only being able to clutch up that amount of percentage, all he needed was above 81% to put Darkest Muzan in the lead. However, alternate attacks take the lead. It is still anyone's game.
If the Electro Dragon had just...
Absolutely. Now we're going to see the next attack coming in for Chin of Darkest Muzan, deciding to go in with the Yeti Smash. We've seen Judo talk about it many times, and we've seen it being used in the qualifiers here several times with multiple 3-stars. Definitely has a great opportunity at 3-star. As long as you overwhelm, you time that Grand Warden ability perfectly, and we do have the clan castle that is standing right behind it. But what can this Warden actually get here? Is he going to try to charge this Warden deeper and grab that? Wait a second. Oh, he does pull out the headhunters. Wait a second. He has to drop that rage. He needs to take them down. The Warden's getting slowed down. He is using the... Oh, he had to use a freeze spell there. Look at that.
Interesting decision there from Chin. Does use the freeze spell, but not until after the Grand Warden already got slowed down a little bit. They'll actually activate the Town Hall relatively early, and that's a pretty good play here from Chin. That Mega Inferno isn't going to be enough to finish off the Grand Warden, especially when he's raged up like this. That might even be a little bit of overkill from Chin, but nevertheless, that will be the Town Hall going down, and a jump spell deployed over here on the bottom left side to support this Queen, Yeti, and a few balloons coming on in as well. Catches a Seeking Air Mine there. Nice job to the Coconut Loon. Catches 2 Seeking Air Mines. Actually, that is a great result for Chen early on. This push is looking mighty and massive, Carbon.
Another Seeking Air Mine right there with the balloon. The King still got his ability. Pops it finally. Out comes the Lava Hound. And some of the goblins going to find the Tornado Trap. Pushing his way. Pops the Grand Warden Eternal Tome into the core of this base. There is the jump. Does deploy a late wizard here to join up in the middle, but the Royal Champion is coming down trying to be behind these hogs, but she's getting targeted right now by that Archer Tower. Probably wanted to be able to save her health a little bit more. No more spells. It's going to come down to the timing of the Queen and Royal Champ ability. Woody, is he going to be able to have enough push to the backside of this?
I don't know. Well, 2 multi-target Infernos are going to be hard to deal with. The Royal Champion deals with one of them. She still has her ability, and so does the Archer Queen. That's going to be a lot of firepower on the backside. Take a look at that topside Expo, though. It's set to ground. It can deal a ton of damage. There's nothing really that can focus fire it out except for this last remaining Yeti. Can it get the job done and smack it away? And I think it will with that Expo down. We just have a lot of long-range troops that are left, but not a whole lot of time to get the cleanup down. We have a couple of healers on the top side that are trying their best to keep this Yeti in play, but as he goes down, they're going to have to swap back off to the Queen. This Queen is going to have a field day running through this base. There seems like there's nothing that can finish her off, but I don't think that she's got enough time to do the G, Carbon Fin.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, Queen's going to burn her ability here, and this is just going to be another one into the mid-80s, and not going to see a 3-star. Alternate attacks defenses are shining right here in the grand finals. Unbelievable with this Queen not going to be able to help take the rest of this base down. Time is not going to be on his side. Has plenty of defenses and buildings up on the top side of this base. As
having to invest several boulders as well, which now will be available for the main stage of the attack. He's thrown away a Yeti on the top side to provide some additional funneling here, but man, he's really invested a lot and has kind of hit his head against the wall here. Firing back at Lenaide now. It's interesting that it's Lenaide attacking first against Kartik, and now Kartik attacking back against Lenaide in the very second attack. But yeah, 64% is the standard to beat set by alternate attacks. Darkest moves on, eager to pull ahead, and with a really reliable army comp now, the Yeti boulders should be able to crash through here. The bats on the back end have got not much to worry about, especially with these two multi-target Infernos being the first things to go down from Kartik's attack.
Exactly. Now he drops this blimp. Because these balloons tested for seeking air mines, he doesn't have to pop that Grand War internal tome for the battle blimp, but he finds a tornado trap. Uh-oh, it's getting spun around the... Oh, he does freeze his air defense because he needs to make sure this blimp gets to this town hall. But these multi-target Infernos did amazing work onto those boulders into the core. The Hound does pop, and these pups went down south, unfortunately. Still has the World Champion, but hang on. These multi-targets...
for me, Carbon Fin. I don't know how they're going to be able to finish off after this. Finally get the town hall, but man, even just barely, the battle blimp crashes in, but those two multi-target Infernos are actually still alive. The Infernos that I thought were going down relatively early are holding up and dealing a massive amount of damage here. Just like Volley's multi-target Infernos, this could be the saving grace of this base. Bats are coming in now, but there are still way too many targets to finish off. It's just barely going to get the 2-star with the cleanup along the edges.
Yeah, exactly. That freeze onto the Wiz Tower. Oh, the Wizard was a little too early. It's not going to be able to grab as much percent now because that cannon took it out, using the freeze down south on this Wizard Tower. But those multi-target Infernos, the healers did not transfer off. Normally, setting Yetis into multis with healers on them is a really good call to keep them alive. No worries. But in here, that was a massive amount of damage. Unfortunately, Kartik's going to fall very short, but he is going to just edge out on percentage over Lenaide's first attack. So Darkest Muzan will have the advantage, but it's not much. You would think that that low percentage from alternate attacks would give Darkest Muzan the opportunity to step up, but it's still going to be anyone's war at this moment.
That's right, a slim lead for Darkest Muzan. And remember, though, these clans are preparing during a very short period of time. While we enjoyed that brilliant commentary from Judoslav, they were hard at work trying to figure out the best ways to deconstruct these bases. A little bit of an advantage for Darkest Muzan, but definitely not falling up, rising up to the task, rather, of what we had expected from them so far back.